Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Sat Shri Akal. Welcome to yoga with me today. Now you'll notice I'm somewhere different. I am actually at my sister's house and I'm here seeing my nieces after 18 months of COVID. So this is the first time I've been here for a very long time. So just at a screenshot is my niece. She's practicing yoga with me this morning. She's 4, so she won't come into the camera. You may hear children in the background today. So please forgive all of the sounds of a household and a family. Let's find our easy seat, finding our comfortable seat, finding Sukhasana with our legs crossed. Grow the spine tall, lifting it out of the pelvic bowl. Let's bring the thumb and the index together in Gyan Mudra, palms face up on the knees. Closing your eyes or gazing down towards the earth. Settling onto your space, coming into your practice of yoga. Take a full breath in, full breath out through open mouth. Twice more in through the nose, out through open mouth. Final time, in through the nose, out through open mouth to discharge all of the energy that you bring with you. Let's bring our hands together in Namaskar at the heart. And let's chant Om 3 times, the primordial vibration of the universe. And today, as you practice, bring a gentle smile to your face, to your eyes, to the body. Inhale fully to prepare. Om. Hands to your eyebrow center, bowing forward. Welcome, welcome. Mantra for today is Anandohum. Anandohum, I am bliss. I am joy. Anandohum. Anandohum. And you can silently chant this mantra throughout your practice. And as you chant Anandohum, inhaling Anando, exhaling hum. Inhaling Anando, exhaling hum. Inhaling Anando, exhaling hum. Let's place the right hand on the earth. Take the left arm up and over to come into a side stretch. Reaching over in a crescent, through center all the way over to the other side. Let's flow like this 3 times in both directions, beginning to loosen up the spine, to bring some flow and movement. And then back to center. Now let's take both arms, reach overhead, hands come together in prayer. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale to reach out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more time. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Reaching up this time, let's exhale and turn over to the right. Bring the right hand behind you, left hand on your knee. Look over your shoulder. Take 3 full breaths here. Inhaling Anando. Exhaling hum. Inhaling Anando. Exhaling hum. Inhaling Anando. Exhaling hum. Turn to center. Exhale to the other side. Hands on your knee and one hand behind you. Inhale Anando. Exhaling hum. Inhaling Anando. Exhaling hum. Inhaling Anando. exhaling, hum, back to center. Place the arms so they're parallel to the horizon. Turn the palms up. Reach over to the right as far as you can go. Reach over to the left as far as you can go, as if you're trying to reach for something just out of reach. 3 times in both directions. And then let's bring the hands to the knees. We're going to do Sufi circles, circumductions of the spine. So lean over to the left and then forward, over to the right and back. So big circles here, as if you're drawing a circle. Bringing the whole of the spine into the movement. So start the movement at the base of the spine. And then let's go in the other direction. Swapping the directions, big circles. These circumductions of the spine. Anandohum. And you can synchronize your breath with your movements as you go forward, inhaling, and as you go back, exhaling. Let's come to stillness. Bring the soles of your feet together in Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Hands on your ankles or toes or on your shins. Inhale, lengthen. So take the crown to the top of the sky, the Sahasrara, lifting. As you exhale, hinge forward from the hips to fold as close to the earth as you can. And soften here, surrender to the earth, surrender to this feeling of joy. Bring to mind all of the moments in life, the people, the places, the relationships that bring joy to your heart. And when we know what brings joy to our heart, we can turn to that in moments of sadness. I'm talking about the bittersweet moments. Sometimes there is sadness in joy. Sometimes there's joy in sadness. This is the paradox of life, of the universe. Inhale, grow tall again, rising up. Let's take the left leg out, extend it long, hug in that right foot all the way towards you. Turn your heart over to your left. And then as you inhale, exhale to reach towards that left foot. Perhaps you take hold of your foot. Perhaps you take hold of your leg. Melt your heart down towards that left knee. 3 breaths here. Walk the hands back towards you. Let's reach the right arm overhead to the ground behind you. Left hand on your heart. Inhale, lift your seat off the earth. Coming up into this variation of Chamatkarasana. Reach your left arm up and over. Exhale, left into the heart, come back down to the earth. Let's extend the right leg long and fold in the left heel. So opposite leg now. Turn the heart over to the right leg. And reaching tall, let's hinge towards that right foot, taking hold of the foot, the leg, whatever feels comfortable here. And then melt the heart towards the knee, the crown towards the foot. Janushirasana. Breathing here. Taking hold of your foot, if you can reach your foot. Inhale, let's walk the hands back towards us, rising up. Reach overhead with the left arm, right hand on your heart. Inhale, lift your seat off the earth so that you come up. And perhaps you reach your arm overhead. Anandohum, world thing, variation back down towards the earth. Take a moment here and then let's swing our legs round and we'll come into table Bhamarasana, so on all fours. So position the hands, tuck the toes. Inhaling, lift the heart, lift the gaze so that you come into cat, lifting the tailbone.
The dogs are out of the bed.
They are. Piero, come over here, please, back to your bed. Rounding through the spine. Come on, Piero. rounding through cat-cow here. Hero, over here, please. 3 rounds. And then when you're ready, let's reach that right leg long behind us. Bring the right foot to the earth. Take a moment here, left hand to the heart, and then reach the hand up towards the sky. Anandohum. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Bring that right knee in. Extend the left leg long. Tuck the toes to the earth. And then reach up with the right arm, going past the heart as you do. Exhale, hand to the earth, bring the knee in. We're going to move directly into mountain pose. Spread the fingers wide. Tuck the toes, lift the tailbone and walk the feet here. So you come into your mountain. Bend into your knees. Reach the tailbone back. Ears between the arms. Turn the inside of the elbows forward. Spread the fingers wide and claw into the earth with tiger pose. 3 breaths here. From here, my friends, look ahead and let's walk our feet, taking big zigzag steps to the front of our mat in a forward fold here. Allow your head to hang heavy. As you inhale, let's rise up, open the arms wide. Anandohum, hands coming to Namaskar above the head. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment here. Now here at the top of your mat, let's do 3 rounds of Ardha Surya Namaskar before we move into Surya Namaskar. So sun salutations, half sun salutations here at the top of the mat. So I'll turn so you can see me. Hands at the heart. Inhale, hands rise overhead. Exhale, fold forward, down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins or thighs, crown reaching forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open the arms as if the sun is rising. Namaskar above the crown. Exhale, hands to your heart. Twice more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands past the heart as we fold down towards the earth. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, hands on shins, thighs, or on the earth, crown reaching forward. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, open the arms wide, rising sun up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the earth, to the heart. 1 more round. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, flowing down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Rise up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a moment here. Now we're going to move into Surya Namaskar. So let's be ready here. Hands reach up. Exhale, fold down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step the right leg long behind you. Make some space if you need some space. That right knee comes down to the earth. Keep the right foot tucked or untuck your toes. Inhale, let's bring the arms overhead in Namaskar. Bend into the elbows, sunbeam arms. Open the heart, sink into the hips. Bring the hands together in front of you and then open them. So Swanda here, closing, opening, contracting, expanding. 3 times. Keep those fingers spread wide, Anandohum. Exhale, right hands to the earth. Tuck the toes, lift the knee, step back long with the left leg. So you come into plank, Phalakasana. Claw the earth. Exhale, knees Untuck your toes to the earth. Bend into your elbows. Bring your chest down, your chin to the earth. Lift the tailbone, Ashtangasana. One breath here, then slide the knees away. Hands underneath shoulders. Tuck the elbows to the ribs. Rise up in Cobra, Bhujangasana. Deep breath here. Ujjayi breath, victory breath, that constricted breath at the back of the throat. Press through your hands to rise up into mountain Parvatasana. Take a moment here. We're going to step forward with the right leg. So let's bring the left knee to the earth and step forward with the right leg. Inhale, hands reach overhead. Exhale, bend into your arms, sunbeam arms, sink into the right hip. 3 times, hands come together and then open. So move with your breath here. Exhaling to contract, inhaling to open. Perhaps you connect here with Ujjayi breath, victory breath. Bring a smile to the body, bring a smile to the face. Smile to the eyes. Finding joy in life. Exhale, hands to the earth. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, step forward and forward fold. Bending into your knees, reach out wide with your arms. Sun is rising, hands above the crown in Namaskar. Exhale to the heart. We'll repeat that with the left leg now. So my friend, standing to the top of your mat, hands at the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fall down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, and let's step the left leg long behind us. Bring that left knee to the earth. Toes can be tucked or untucked, your choice, my friends. Inhale to rise up. Namaskar above the crown. Open out the arms, sunbeam arms. Take a moment here. Arms in sunbeams. Beautiful. Bring the hands together. Whoa. Open out the arms. Bring the whole of your foot to the earth so that the heel is on the earth. Bring the heel to the earth. Just giving some instructions to my niece who's 4 and doing beautiful yoga practice. Open out. Contract. Open out. Then let's bring the hands to the earth. Untuck the toes. Sorry, tuck the toes. Step back long. Plank. Halakasana. Exhale, knees, untuck toes, bend into your elbows, lift your tailbone, melt your heart and chin to the earth, Ashtangasana. Slide the knees away, tuck the elbows into the side of the ribs, inhale, press into the big toes, rise up in Bhujangasana, Cobra. Ujjayi breath here. That constricted breath at the back of the throat. Press into the hands. Let's rise into Parvatasana, mountain pose. 3 full breaths here. Pepper, onto your bed. Let's bring the right knee to the earth and step forward with the left foot. So bring the right knee to the earth. That's it. And step with the foot, the whole of the foot on the ground. And then rise up here. Hands on your hips. And reach overhead, Namaskar. So hands on your hips will help you balance. Then bend into your elbows, sunbeam arms. Sink into your hips. Bring the arms together. Open out, sunbeam arms. The rays of the sun. The joys, the rays of the sun in my life are my nieces and my goddaughter. Yes. Exhale, hands to the earth, and my dogs, of course. Lift the right knee, and then let's step forward with the right foot to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, open your arms, rise up towards the sun. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful practice. Let's turn to the side of our mat. Now bring your hands alongside your body, palms face open, standing mountain Tadasana. Just sort out my mat. Dogs are walking around, very excited here today. And my mat's gone all over the place. So hands here, open palms, Tadasana, standing mountain. From here, my friends, let's reach overhead. Bring the hands together in Namaskar. Exhale, hands to your heart. And now as you lift up, we're going to come onto the ball of our feet, lift the heels and reach up. Exhale, bend into the knees and lower the heels. Lift the toes. So wiggle the toes. You've got happy toes here. Happy toes. This is from my teacher. Inhale, let's rise up. Come onto the ball of your feet. Hands reach overhead. Exhale, lower the hands, lower the heels, lift the toes, and then give them a little wiggle. Happy toes. One more time, reaching up. So working on our balance here, lengthening and extending, and then lifting the toes, connecting with the toes and all four corners of the feet, and then lower the toes. Take a moment here, open out the arms. Let's open out the legs. So we come into star pose, Tadasana. Whoa. Open out the arms wide. Spiral the fingertips. So spiral the little finger up towards the sky. Take a moment here. One full breath here in Tadasana, star. Remember, the sun is the biggest star in our universe, in our galaxy. Inhale to reach overhead. Exhale, bend into your knees, turn your toes out. Coming into Devi Asana, Utkata Konasana, the deity pose. You may sway from side to side. Open out the arms in sunbeam arms. Pepper, to your bed. Good boy. Let's bring the arms together. Open out, sunbeam arms. Close, bend into your knees. Deeply into your knees. Utkata Konasana. 3 times, bringing the arms together. This contraction and expansion, the way that joy flows from the heart, filling our heart, filling our spirit, filling our soul. Take a moment here. And then rise up through the knees. Let's bring the hands together, cross up the elbows, and let's heel toe, heel toe, heel toe together. So right hand on the right shoulder, no, right hand on the left shoulder, and the other way around. So we're going to move into Garudasana, eagle pose. So this little self hug here to express the joy. Often we express our joy in our relationships through touch, through hugging, through that connection, physical connection. Open out the arms. So let's give you some options for Garudasana. So we have lifting the right heel. And you can cross the right foot over the left foot. And this could be enough for you here so that the knees are connected. So you can't see my knees, there they are. And this could be where you want to be. You can also take that right foot and curl it behind and wrap it onto the back of your left calf all the way around. Bend deeply into your knees. So if I look at me from sideways, you can see that I'm perched here. I'm sitting here like an eagle. And then open out the arms. So remember, your leg positions can be in different places. Open out the arms. Spiral the little fingertips. Now, options here. Cross the left elbow over the right elbow, hands on shoulders. Backs of hands together. Or wrap the right fingertips onto the left palm. Here we are in Garudasana, eagle pose. And if you wobble, that's okay, because birds fly and soar and they don't stay still. Let's take 3 breaths here. Find your gaze. So look at something on the horizon that's not moving. That's your drishti. I'm just very amused about the state of my rug with the dogs today. Finding joy in their antics. 3 more breaths in eagle pose here. Then let's open out the wings. Let's soar high. Maybe you lift your gaze towards the sky. And then let's unwrap the right leg. Shake them out. So feet, both feet on the earth now. That's it, beautiful. Let's go the other way. So shifting the weight into the right leg. Let's lift the left heel off the earth. Now again, you can cross over at the knee. And that could be where you keep your foot, that ball of the foot there to support you. And so that your knees are hugging in together here. So essentially my right knee is nestled into the space behind my left knee. You can also wrap round that left foot around the right calf. When you're doing that, find your drishti. Really sit deeply here. So I'm trying to find my drishti here. Open out the arms. And now we're going to bring the right elbow over the left elbow. Hands on shoulders. Backs of hands can be together, or you can wrap the left fingertips onto the right palm. Coming into eagle pose, Garudasana, the strong bird that you are, cross the foot. Beautiful. Balancing here as a proud bird, surveying all of the things in nature that bring it joy. The mountains, trees, the valleys, the rivers. Thinking about what brings you joy. In your eagle pose here. Take a moment here. Let's open out the arms. Soar high, lift your gaze. And then uncross the legs, shake it out. Take a moment here. If you've just joined me, we've changed the times, 9:30 start. So half an hour earlier start. So forgive me if you haven't seen the messages yet. Let's stand here again at the middle of our mat. Now open out the legs again into Tadasana, star pose. The sun is a star. Find joy here. Lift your gaze, lift your heart, lift the corners of your mouth. Bring a twinkle to the eyes. Find a smile in the body, in the spirit, in the heart. And joy, we can find joy in gratitude. We can express our joy through gratitude. I am grateful for all that brings me happiness, brings me bliss in this world. My family, my pets, my friends, my work, my practice. Bend into your knees, coming back into Utkatasana. Sort out my mat. Keep it flat. Utkata Konasana. Bend into your elbows, spread your fingers wide, sunbeam fingers here. Now, my friends, let's lift up our heels and so that we're balanced on the ball of our feet here. And reach your arms overhead. Exhale, drop the heels, bend into the elbows so they come horizontal to your shoulder, lift up. Exhale, bend into your elbows, bring the heels to the earth. So let's rise up and then lower down. Your thighs are engaged here. Feel your strength, feel the spirit rising. Inhale. And if you wish, my friends, as you rise up, you can reach all the way through your legs as you lift the heels and then come all the way down. So you can really extend this reach. Ujjayi breath, victory breath. Reach up tall, bend into your elbows, lower the heels. Reach up tall, lift the heels. Exhale, bend into your knees and lower the heels. One more time, reach up. Keep your pose here. Open out your arms so they're parallel now. Let's drop the heels. Take a moment here. Turn the left heel in. Turn the right toes up fully. Open out into the great warrior. Virabhadrasana. Bend into that right knee. Reach out to that left leg. Gaze over the right hand. You can bring the thumb and index together. The great warrior, Mahavirabhadrasana. What are the great things in life that empower you, strengthen you, give purpose and meaning to you in all that you do, in all your endeavors? One more breath here. Exhale, Shanti warrior, or exalted warrior, as this sometimes is called. Back into the great warrior. Into Shanti warrior. Back into the great warrior. Let's flow here. And remember, this right knee can be parallel. So it's in alignment with the heel. You can sink low here. You can stay quite high up. Find the position that works for you here. And as you move here, allow the breath to flow freely, joyfully, blissfully through the body. Anandohum. Anandohum. Straighten through that right knee, turn the right toes. Let's turn the left toes to the bottom of the mat and turn the right toes up. Bend into that left knee, the great warrior to the other side now. So let's go the other way. Take a moment here, and then let's flow from Shanti warrior to the great warrior. From the state of joy, state of feeling exalted, heart is lifted, the spirit is lifted. It is through our connection with others, our love for others, that we can see glimpses of our love for the divine. So often the way that we express our love for the divine, the source, the spirit, whatever we believe in, nature, we can express that love in the love for those around us. Flowing here. Okay. Pepper, come here. Pepper, off the sofa. Come here. Take a moment here. And then when you're ready, straighten through that knee, back to center, your star pose, Tadasana. Bring the hands to the hips here and hinge forward so that we come with our heart parallel to the earth. Crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Soften the knees by unlocking them here. Hands can come down to the earth. Let's hinge back. So with the hips and the pelvis, reach back behind the heels. This will elongate the spine. Walk your hands as far forward as they can go. So we're coming into a wide-legged forward, functional forward fold. Breathe into the back of your body here, into the lower body. Expand the lungs so you can decompress the breath. Let's walk the hands over to the left. We'll walk through center over to the right. Back to center, my friends. Here, heel toe the knees in slightly so that you bend into your knees and come down through Malasana, yogi squat. So knees are wide. Let's bring your hands together in prayer at the heart here. You here, my friends, have the option of sitting directly on the earth, sitting on blocks, sitting on bolsters, and keeping the feet on the earth so that the toes are turned out. So this can be your alternative option here. Knees are bent, hands in prayer, namaskar at the heart. So often when we practice yoga, when we think about how yoga is practiced as a cultural tradition in families, it is often as adults practice their sadhana, their daily sadhana. And as children, we watch, we learn, we join in, we feel inspired, we learn through modeling. And when you're ready, my friends, let's come down to the earth, if not already, and bring the legs into this pose is called Parvati Asana. So it looks like Baddha Konasana, but the difference is we bring the heels in a lot closer so that the diamond is a much smaller diamond. Hold the toes and then flex and flutter the knees here, almost like a flying butterfly. So softly here, opening up the hips so that the flow of joy can be expressed through our whole body. The Swadhisthana chakra at the pelvic area here is where we hold our emotions. So we often think we hold our emotions in our heart, but we actually hold them in our pelvic area. This is where the element of water flows. So when we cry tears of joy, of tears of sadness, they come from this pelvic area where our water element is based. Jal. Sit down, Pepper. Good boy. Hinge forward. And let's come into a forward fold here. So let's take the knee elbows on the outside of the shins and fold forward here. Only go as far as feels comfortable for you. Know the experience in the self. Practice of yoga is not about adding to our pain and suffering. It is about releasing pain and suffering. So we want to come into poses that feel steady, that feel sustainable, that feel comfortable for us. 3 breaths here, Ujjayi breaths. And then rise up. Let's extend the legs long. We're going to come into a forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So extend the legs long. Turn around this way so I can see my niece who's out of camera shot, but practicing yoga with me today. Flex the toes. Let them here. Reach overhead with your namaskar. As you exhale, hinge from the hips and reach forward towards the toes, and then release the hands to wherever they rest here. You can take hold of your feet. You can wrap your peace fingers around your big toe. And then melt the heart towards the knees, crown reaching forward towards the feet. Remember, our bodies are going to be in different places. Also remember that our bodies change over time. So what we were able to do when we were children, or when we were teenagers, or in our 20s is going to be very different to what we are doing in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and so on. And we accept and honor the body. That is the joy of being in the physical self, that we move with the body's harmony, the body's natural rhythms, the rhythms of life.
Where is Peppa?
He's gone on the sofa again. Forward fold. Breathe into the back of the body here. Ujjayi breath. Remember to chant silently, Anandohum. I am bliss. Anandohum. I am joy. I am the essence of all that is joyful in the universe. I connect with bliss in everyday things. I appreciate and show gratitude for what there is in my life, what there is in my world. Inhale, lift your gaze. Let's walk your hands back towards you. Take a moment here in Dandasana. So Dandasana is staff pose. Place the hands either side of you, soften through the shoulders, lengthen through the crown, hug the legs together, feeling strong and rooted through the sit bones and the legs, and feeling uplifted. So pran, this upward lifting joy, feeling inspiring joy that we feel through the breath. We'll talk about the 5 different types of breath another time. But pran and dan are the 2 joyful breaths, the upward lifting breaths, the upward moving breaths. And then soften through the body, notice the difference. Let's come down towards the earth so that we can move into our practice on the earth here. We're going to come into bridge pose here, my friends. So bring the feet up towards your sit bones by bending into your knees, and then reach and touch, tickle the back of the heels here. Let's take a moment to align our spines for a moment. And in your bridge pose, let's bring the hands so that they scaffold you. So hug the elbows in towards the rib cage, and let's have these sort of sunbeam hands here. Pepper, can you come here, please? Quickly. And now inhale, lift the pelvis, lift the hips, press down into the forearm so that you've got this support here. We won't go up very high for this first round of Bandhasan. Imagine you are hugging a block between the thighs. Keep pressing into the forearms here. Keep the chin tucked in gently to the throat. So we have this Jalandhar Bandh lock here. Squeeze the pelvis, draw the navel towards the spine. So in Bandhasan, we engage all 3 locks in the body. The Mula Bandh at the root, Uddiyana Bandh at the navel, at the Manipur chakra here, and then the Jalandhar at the throat chakra, the Vishuddha chakra. And this helps to flow and contain our vital life force energy that gives us the essence of joy, of being alive, a sense of aliveness. When we are in flow, in harmony. Exhale, let's lower the sit bones down towards the earth. Beautiful. One breath here. Allow the spine to realign. Ready for the next round. Again, make sure your feet are heels. You can. Kiara, sit down. You can tickle the heels. Inhale, lift the hips and pelvis, peel the spine off. Then you can use your forearms as support here. And then walk your feet in a little bit more and lift the hips and pelvis here. Now here, my friends, you might take your hands underneath and support your hips and pelvis with your hands. Keep your hands in the scaffold. Now your throat lock is a little bit sharper. Keep hugging the knees in towards each other. 3 full breaths here. Exhale, release your hands, lower down towards the earth. Sit down. Thank you. Not you, my lovelies.
Practicing yoga, but my hands.
I'm just going to go get Pepper because he's in the window barking at you neighbours. Have the naughty dog back. So, see, he's ready to go off again. And now one more round of Bandhasana. So let's resettle the spine, realign the spine. And then when you're ready, begin to peel the hips and pelvis off the earth. Again, use your forearms as a scaffold if you wish. Walk your feet in here. So now here, my friends, let's wrap our hands in a yoga mudra by interlacing all the fingers and walk the shoulders closer together. Slightly take the upper arms underneath you. Engage the core, the Mula Bandh. The Mula Bandh at the root, the core, the Uddiyana Bandh, and the Jalandhar Bandh at the throat. These three locks that contain the energy, allow it to enrich you. And here, let's hold this for 3 more breaths. When you're ready, my friends, let's release our yoga mudra and lower the spine 1 vertebra at a time to the earth. And here, realign the spine. Perhaps you bring the knees in together. Perhaps you sway the knees from left to right. Take a moment or 2 here. Now from here, my friends, we're going to move into Matsyasana, fish pose. Actually, let's move into shoulder stand or Vipariti Karani before we move into Matsyasana. So here, my friends, we're going to do an inversion, and the inversion is your choice. You can bring the knees in towards you and reach them up and have your legs hanging out here. You can go up close to a wall and then place the legs on the wall here. So this is one option for your inversion. Another option for your inversion is to come into shoulder stand, half shoulder stand, or full shoulder stand. Now, my friends here, be very careful, because what you want to do is only practice within what is your comfortable means here. And I'm going to get a blanket because I think that might help us. So fold the blanket and place it at the top of your mat. So what you're going to do is have a little fold here. Your shoulders, the tops of your shoulders are going to stay on the folded blanket, and so that your head is here on your bit of your mat. Now this will just help you, give you a little bit more room for your neck. Yes, Piera, so naughty these dogs today. And then when you come and rest, so let's rest our shoulders on the mat, on the blanket. So the tops of our shoulders are on the folded blanket. Not very high. You can have it a little bit higher, or you can have it a little bit lower. And then let's place our hands on the earth. We want to hug in our knees here. Place your arms on the earth, the hands on the earth, and they can act as a little sort of pedestal to lift yourself up. Immediately support your lower back here. So you'll notice I have my knees tucked in towards my crown and my hands are supporting my lower back. Now, I'm not very high up. I can stay here. I can extend my legs slowly, a little bit towards the earth, so I can keep them over my head. I can straighten them up, but the whole time I am supporting the heaviest part of me. Now, in order to move into a full extension of the legs, walk the hands down the spine and then begin to bring the feet over the hips. I'm supporting myself with my hands. My toes are happy toes here. So we can be in different places here. We can be on the earth with our legs up. So find where you want to be depending on your level of experience, your level of practice. You've had a shoulder stand practice in class, in person, with a teacher. You want to be very mindful, use your own judgment here, listen to your body. Legs up the wall, legs in the air, half shoulder stand, Ardha Shavasana. And you may not want to go very far. So this inversion is a sort of a spectrum. And you want to be at that place which feels sustainable and safe for you. You are using your hands to support you. If you have a practice that is a regular practice, you may bend into your knees, come into Halasana, plow pose by reaching your toes overhead, placing them on earth or on a bolster. And at any point when you want to come out, fold the knees and use your arms and hands as a brace. How are you doing? How did you do? Keeping an eye on the little one who's doing beautifully. When you're ready, my friends, let's come out of our Halasana. If we opted to go into plow pose safely, so bend into your knees, and then perhaps you extend the legs slightly, and then you can use your arms to brace onto the earth, come down to the earth, keeping those legs extended, or you can have that bend in your knees, working through how you want. I'm mindful of my dogs there. And then when you return to the earth, allow your spine to realign, reconnect here. Bring joy to the heart, a smile to the face, to the corners of the mouth, to the eyes, to the heart. You notice that I'm keeping my knees bent for a moment so that my spine, because of my stories with my back, I realign for a little longer. Let's stretch out let's keep the feet on the earth, knees bent. We're going to move it into Matsyasana here, fish pose. So take your hands, so you can't see because I'm sitting right in front of me now. Hands underneath the sit bones and sort of sit on the tops of your hands. Work your forearms underneath you and then extend your legs long. Press into your hands, into your forearms, and lift up by pressing into the lower arms. And then immediately take your head behind you so that your crown is on the earth. Your throat is open here. This is Matsyasana, fish pose. So your heart is domed up towards the sky. The throat is open. The top of your crown is on the earth. You're gazing behind you. You can also lift your feet here, engage your core if you're choosing to do that. On the back, yeah. Back of your head on the earth. Gazing behind you. Fish pose, Vatsyasana. Anandohum. When you're ready, my friends, your legs are lifted, lower them slowly. Release the crown. And then slide your hands out from underneath you. And let's come directly into our Shavasana here. So you may want to walk your feet out wide, arms out wide like a fallen star here. If your spine needs some easing, you might want to bend into your knees. You might wish to pepper, stop, pepper. I'm resting my right hand on my abdomen, my left hand on my heart. I'm going to bend into my knees, rest them in so they fall into each other, feet as wide as my mat. So this is the constructive rest. This is the option I'm taking for my Shavasana today. I am joy. I am bliss. In every moment of life, I find joy. Joy and bliss is something that is deep and long-lasting. Even in moments of difficulty, of challenge, there can be some appreciation and gratitude so that we have a balanced view of our experience in life. Anandohum, Anandohum. I am still. I am joyful in this moment. I surrender to the joy in this moment. In the morning, I smile at the sun and open my petals. A new day has begun. All around me, other lotuses bloom. They are white, pink, blue, and maroon. With eyes closed, I sit so still. I lie so still. Nothing will disturb me. Try if you will. Deep in me, I feel the thrill of joy and peace. I have my fill. These are the words written by Anita Rayner Tapan, an Indian writer. Of children's literature. Three more breaths here. And then we're going to rise up from our mats, hug everything in, and then perhaps do a little roll over to the side, the left side, and then rise up into your Sukhasana. Bring your hands together at your heart. I am so happy to have welcomed you into my sister's home with my nieces here who I am so grateful to be with. Sharing the joy of my dogs and their mischief making. My heart is open to all of you. There's a real intimacy in practicing with each other in our homes. Anandohum, 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 Anandohum. I am bliss. I am joy. So he's not bliss and joyful, is he? Thank you, my friends. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take some moments in silent meditation or reflection here of all that brings you joy, that brings you bliss. And allow the smile to reach the deepest root of the heart. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you so much.